Moving on now, escalation of violence in the northeast is becoming too much for many people in the region. That's the southeast, definitely not the northeast. The Igbo traders and residents are saying enough is enough as they lament that they have lost so much to the sit-at-home order by the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB. GKB, the sit-at-home order was given initially and it was rescinded. But apparently there's no central command structure for this IPOB, and people are just going about trying to enforce this sit-at-home order. But meanwhile, our brothers, they are commercial traders and they live on, you know, what they do. They're mostly traders.
Yeah.
These commercial nerve centers. And want to...
The economy of the Southeast is tied around commerce, essentially. And by sitting at home 1 out of 7 days, they tend to lose billions of naira every Monday. And don't forget, a lot of people that normally will travel to the east to also buy goods. We also try to avoid
that Monday.
That Monday. And normally the best time to buy anything in Aba or in Onitsha is when you come back on Monday to pick stuff so you can sell it for the rest of the week. I feel for them. But when you have a choice of either dying honestly or living, life will always win. And I think, like you said, there is no central command to this order. So this order has taken a life of its own. And it needs serious leadership on the part of the people of the Southeast to bring this to a halt. Because right now, you cannot point to anybody that you want to negotiate with. There is nobody, no God, no central. So you can say, okay, come out and tell the people to go back to work, that their lives and properties are safe. Nobody. So basically, what is happening in the Southeast is that some people have turned themselves into enforcers of a law that does not exist and start killing people. And don't forget, policemen, prisons are raided, all this is also happening. There must be somebody to take charge of the Southeast. I don't care whether it's a pastor, a cleric, or a soldier, a governor, even an ordinary Igwe. Somebody must come out and take charge of that zone, or else. Somalia.
We said it last week. We were talking about this absence of central commander, and we were saying that I think it could even take the manifestation of Kano himself, Mazi Kano himself, to tell these guys stop. And we're still even doubting that the way it has gotten to that not everybody might comply.
The unfortunate thing is that there are now so many disparate groups. I think a band of cultists must have joined them in enforcing an order that IPOB, which instituted it in the first place, has already revoked. And IPOB is consistently saying no more sit at home, no more sit at home. Yet, every time people come out, they get attacked, some of them get killed.
Burnt alive.
So, who then is taking people's lives needlessly on Mondays? In the Southeast, nowhere is safe. When we were talking about Anambra and the Attorney General came up with the idea of the possibility of a state of emergency, I said even Ebonyi is not safer than Anambra. We just heard about another attack in that place. Ebonyi has recorded more attacks on public buildings than Anambra. That's a fact. INEC building, police station, more than Anambra. So it's not like, oh, it's Anambra alone that has this problem. No, it's the entire Southeast. Some may be more peaceful than others. Some may have those attacks, localized in certain areas, not in as much places as another state. But the fact remains that there is threat to life in Anambra. And Professor Soludo is saying that that state, Anambra alone, has lost no less than 19 billion to simply sitting at home. But when you sit at home, businesses will not be transacted. And one of the biggest markets in Africa is located in Anambra State. One of the biggest and best run, best organized markets in Africa is right there in Onitsha.
Okay, that Onitsha market.
So, and you can imagine, Anambra State, especially Unewi, has more billionaires per capita than any Nigerian community. And that's a place where you want people to simply sit in their homes, cooling their feet inside their houses when they should be making money,
and you said
when they should be contributing to the GDP.
Said that some of them cannot live in their houses again.
Yes, I'm talking about these politicians. Politicians are endangered species. They are now, a lot of them are living in the hotels. They can't even, they can't campaign freely in Anambra because
somebody is campaigning at Alaba.
Somebody came to Alaba, another one went to Asaba to campaign for an election in Anambra State. So it's really worrisome, and I just hope that progressively, since IPOB has come out to say we do not want sit at home, then this sit at home must stop. Ohaneze is saying, look, if this thing continues, IPOB itself will lose the support of the Igbo people. Because what is the point in causing people, inflicting pain on people? That's what we are seeing.
The hardship is just...
It's just too much. You can't move around freely.
You can't.
You know, it's the police station, it's a police vans, burnt in Ebonyi. They set vehicles within the premises of the police headquarters ablaze, police station ablaze.
Let's quickly pay this. And the democratically elected governors in the southeast, they've not been able to, Governor Obi has not tried it to encourage women, to encourage people to come out on Mondays to, to try to do their business, but they cannot. I don't think they have enough security that can at least go around the state, or that can ensure the safety of life and properties.
I think that one, for reasons best known to the governors, when the Southwest came up with Amotekun, they chose to sit on the fence. Some of them didn't think that a day like this could come, when insecurity will bring them to their knees. But we are seeing now increasingly, everyone is finding a way to protect their people, because we've seen that the present policing structure cannot deliver the goods. We're just wasting our time. El-Rufai came out to say it, that this is the time for state police. Because what do we even have? As I've said before, governors are not chief security officers in their state. They are chief logistic officers. They provide the logistics. They are the ones with the deep pockets. Buy APC for police, buy patrol vans, buy boats, buy even helicopters. In Lagos here, they bought helicopters for the air wing of the police. So what are we talking about? So what the federal government does is simply to pay the salaries of the police. Because we see people like even Dangote weighing in with all those sedans. I don't think that everywhere you go in Lagos, you see those sedans, and it gives you reassurance. If you are driving at night and you just see that police vehicle, with Dangote written at the base of it, showing that it was donated by Dangote, that tells you that the police are present in that area. You become more confident that you can move around. So the issue of whether they have enough security, that really is a big problem. There is no state in Nigeria that can have enough police protection. because we simply do not have enough of them. A good number of them are guiding VIPs, and we have refused to recruit on a consistent basis into the police. Now it has caught up with us, because every year people retire from the police, every year people get dismissed, every year people get killed. There's no day that policemen don't get killed in our country by criminals and other people. So there should have been some form of security outfit to assist the police in the southeast. Like the governor, not even when they came out with a Bubiagu, they announced it. Have you seen anything that suggests that Bubiagu is There's no this thing. Some of the governors too, for reasons best known to them, when they call meetings, they don't go. People like this same Oba, the governor of Anambra State, why he stays away from meetings called by his colleagues, I wish I understand. What does he want to gain?
Olale is calling us from Ikorodu. Thank you for joining us, Wale.
Oh, good evening, Oma Tata.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, GKB.
Good evening,
yes,
sir.
I just want to comment briefly on the insecurity in Lagos. It is not only police security threat to all of us in Lagos. See that happening in Kogi is happening in Lagos, even in Ikorodu. Do we see policemen stopping on Okada? They start searching the pockets and everything at the back. It's a pity we are just about to celebrate the first anniversary, the atrocities of SARS, and the same set of police, okay, who are unrepentant. I think doing the same thing. I am not absolutely sure that all the SARS men have been eased out of the police force. I think the new Inspector General of Police must do something very, very urgent. God bless you.
They were never eased out of the police force.
No,
that unit was just disbanded and reintegrated into the police force. And so they might be anywhere.
And I think
but there was one of the demands of SARS was that they should use a fine-tooth comb to identify the bad eggs within the group and then ease them out of the system. And there was a commitment
by the president.
Yes, that will be done. So if nothing has been done by way of easing out those bad eggs in SARS, then it's unfortunate.
Indicted officially.
Yes.
No, not only the bad eggs. Don't also forget one of the demands of the NSAS was for the profiling of the police. And basically
that unit.
Mm-hmm. Now we have a situation around, like I said, in Lagos. Like I said, those of us who move at night know that we are back to where we were a year ago. It's even worse. Because now, some of them will tell you that you've done your worst. What else can you do? And that's the danger that, like I said, there are areas that are on the periphery of Lagos that are going through the same thing people are going through in other parts of Nigeria. But having said that, I think what needs to be done right now is, like Kide said, and like you said, let us stop pretending that the Nigerian police force can solve this problem. Our problems have gone beyond the capacity and the capability of the current police force. They have internal problems.
Overwhelmed.
And right now, this is the best time to create state police or regional police, other than we want to give it, as long as they protect and preserve our people. Because what led to SARS, we keep forgetting, was when people had it up to here and decided to fight back. I don't want a repeat of such an incident. And we have a whole year, both at the state and federal level, to correct those anomalies. That they are still happening is a reflection of the incompetence of our leadership.
But actually, when you look at the remuneration of these guys, there's no how one will not, but this is not an excuse for them to act the way, this shameless, manner. But sometimes when you go through the remuneration, when you see what they take home, sometimes you feel for them. If you see the accommodation, if you see the state of apartment they stay in, you know that, look, these ones, they're treated like animals. So there's that animal mentality anywhere they go to pay visits to their barracks.
Well, it's fair enough We've always spoken about that. And policemen themselves would not deny the fact that we've always put their welfare first on this program. I don't know about other programs. We've always put their welfare first. But the fact that someone doesn't get paid good salary is no license to turn yourself to an armed robber. Because the difference between the policeman who drags a young man to an ATM point and sheepishly tells him to withdraw money, forgetting that there will be a trail by which it could be easily caught, is that because you have a uniform, some level of legality, you've conferred on yourself some level of legality that you think, okay, you are right to do it because you are wearing uniform. You are not better than an armed robber, because the armed robber also takes by force what does not belong to him. That's the definition of an armed robber. He takes by force, by compulsion, what does not belong to him. When you drag a young man or you are going around with a POS machine, in today's Nigeria, policeman going around with a POS machine, and he says, okay, put your ATM, what is your pin, and then you draw from someone's money. You are a first grade armed robber. That's who you are. First grade armed robber. So let's tell ourselves the truth.
You won't have people to transfer
poor salary. Police are not the only people who earn poor salary in our country. Teachers earn poor salary. The salaries of teachers in this country is worse than that of the police.
It's criminal.
If you know, if all those public schools where they charge us parents, they charge us cutthroat school fees. They make us pay cutthroat school fees. They don't pay the teachers well. That is a fact. They don't pay the teachers well. The salaries of teachers worse than the salaries of the armed forces. I dare anybody to a debate over that. They still pay teachers as little as 15,000 per month in this country.
Graduates?
Yes, in this country. Do you know any policeman who earns that little?
With bribe, we will argument.
Do you know any? No. Do you know any policeman who earns as little as 15,000 a month? That is the point that we are making. Okay, now teachers, do they then carry guns because their salaries are so little?
I'm telling you,
I can't take them home and then begin to harass people.
Okay, let's take. Kesandro is calling us from Owerri.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Kesandro.
God bless you for all you've been doing for Nigeria. We sincerely that God bless you. I really need to talk about the sit-at-home issue.
Please go ahead.
Before, so many persons in this part of the country are doing the solidarity for the way we've been treated in this part of the country. What I can speak to you is that of fear. And let me tell you, the fear is not really about fear of the unknown gunmen, even the known gunmen. It's now a major problem in this part of the country. They are harassing citizens. That do not want to take responsibility. It is becoming a serious problem. Nobody wants to come outside. Today is Monday. Everybody is in now. Nobody wants to go outside because they are not even sure if your life is going to be fixed. See, and I'm appealing to the conscience of our governors. They are not taking full responsibility. They are not taking charge. It is quite unfortunate. So if they are no longer in charge of the state like this, then we're finished. Our major problem is not really about the non-government too. It is about the non-government. At first, something was said and investigate what is happening. You see that we're in serious quagmire in this thing. So I'm appealing to the conscience of our state, our leaders in Southeast. They should rise up and take responsibility for what they are not taking responsibility. Our governors have failed us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kesandro, for that update.
Yes, it's right.
From Owerri.
It's right. Leadership is only relevant when there's crisis. Anybody can wear a crown in times of peace. It's when there is war that true leaders emerge. And I will agree with him that at least for the better part of this year, the political leadership in the Southeast has failed woefully. I'm not talking about party lines. I'm talking about just providing leadership for your people. Minimum you can do. That's what you're elected to do. Any other permutations about getting what from the center, don't want to do police because you want to offend somebody, should not come in. The only point you are supposed to do is protect your people. And once you lack that capacity, your liability.
You don't protect the people. The people don't even respect them. They don't respect them, they don't fear them. So that is the... And over the years, if you had shown yourself to be a never-do-well as a governor or as a leader, the people will not show any regard to you. Whatever you say to people will amount to empty gas. They will not listen. That's the thing. So I have seen some governors threatening fire and brimstone over this seat at home. The people refuse to listen. You threaten that you sack people for not coming to work. They refuse to go to work. What have you done? Have you now carried out that sack? You threaten that you will withdraw the licenses of banks. They are not fools. They know that you are issuing the threat, you can't protect them. When push comes to shove. So they will not listen to you. Who wants to die? Even you, your own house. Yes. You went to your own house and fired RPG at your house and destroyed your cars. Yes, why couldn't you stop them? Why couldn't you stop them from destroying your choice cars? So this is the thing. It's a complete failure of leadership.
Complete failure of leadership. That's what?